Hey y'all, Karen here with Ministry of Mini Goats. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell notification. If you like what you see, like, comment, share our content. Alright guys, so we have seen that cucumbers have been coming in like crazy, and I've had to do stuff with them to keep them from spoiling. So we made dill pickles last time, and this time I'm going to show you guys how we did the sweet pickles. I've got my sweet pickle recipe that my mom sent me. Thank you, Mom. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to fix some sweet pickles up today. Actually, we're not going to do a whole lot with them today, but I'm going to go ahead and walk you guys through what I'm going to do today. So that way tomorrow, when we get to really going at it, you'll know what we've got going on. Okay, so for this recipe, you'll need 2 gallons of cucumbers. I've got my gallon pitcher, so we're going to figure that out too. 2 tablespoons of salt, and that's going to be the pickling salt or the kosher salt. It's not going to be just like regular table salt. 1 cup of pickling lime, which somebody's already taken my, it had a clip on it, so Mom, sorry about that. We're going to have to find that clip because I'm pretty sure Carly took it. We're going to need 3 quarts of vinegar, which we're going to use a quart jar, and 10 cups of sugar. That's gonna be a lot of sugar. These pickles are gonna be sweet. And 1 tablespoon of pickling spice, which I actually put up yesterday. We're not gonna use it today, but that's what we're gonna need. So today, all we're gonna do is we're gonna cut up our cucumber slices. We're gonna need 2 gallons that we're gonna put in our little Rubbermaid thing here. And we're gonna add the pickling salt, the lime, and enough water to cover the 2 gallons of cucumbers. Now we're gonna put them in our canner pot, okay? Because I don't have anything else big enough to put them in. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get our mixture and stuff set up, and these have to sit in this lime for 24 hours, and then from there, we'll move on to the rest of the stuff. So hang tight and I'll be back with you in just a minute. And I have to get 2 tablespoons of the pickling salt, and I have no clue where I put it. Okay, so to spare you guys the boringness again of chopping up cucumbers, that's 2 gallons worth of cucumbers. So now we're going to add a cup of lime. That didn't go like it was supposed to. So let's go see how it's done. Okay, and now this thing said add 2 tablespoons, use my little spoon, of pickling salt. We're going to dump that into our okay, put that in our cup. Now we're gonna go right over here, dump that in, and I'll spare you guys the boring detail of adding water because we're supposed to add just enough water to cover all the cucumbers, and I will show you guys tomorrow after it's done set for 24 hours what it's supposed to look like. So we're fixing to go get into some other stuff, I guess. Stay with me. Okay, so our cucumbers have set in this lime water for 24 hours. Apparently, I've got to let them sit for another hour in clear water. So I'm going to spare you guys the boring details, but I wanted to kind of let you know what I was doing too. I'm going to take my cucumbers that are back here in my black pot that you can't see. There it is. I'm going to take my cucumbers and I'm going to drain all the lime water off. I'm going to put them through a colander and rinse off all of the lime. Put them back in the pot with clean water for an hour, and then we're going to move on to where we start cooking or putting them in jars or something. So don't go anywhere. Stay with me and we'll have these pickles made in no time. Okay, so behind me I have my cucumbers what I'm going to do with those is I'm going to rinse them off, and then we're going to put the mixture in that we need to cook these things for like an hour. To recap what I've done in the last 24 hours, I cut up my cucumbers, 2 gallons of those, and I put them in with 1 cup of lime, let them sit. After 24 hours, I come back, I rinsed all the lime off, I put them in a colander, I rinsed the cucumbers off real good, I washed my pot out, I put the cucumbers back in the pot that I had them in for another hour to just kind of rinse off a little bit. And now, after my hour is finished, I'm going to make the mixture. Well, I'm going to drain the cucumbers again, and then I'm going to make the mixture, and we're going to cook them for an hour before we stick them in our pot. It should, if I read the recipe right, and if I remember correctly from years gone by, once I take the cucumbers out and I put them into the jars, I shouldn't have to water bathe them again. So right now, we're fixing to go ahead and we're going to drain the cucumbers. I'm going to let you guys skip all of that because that's the boring part. And then I'm going to get back with you when we start adding our mixture, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to add. So hold tight for just 1 second and we're going to get these pickles drained. In my container right here, I have my sliced up cucumbers. Yeah. So what the recipe calls for now is, 10 cups, which I've already kind of done out here. 10 cups of sugar, which we're going to pour in. Okay. It calls for a tablespoon of pickling spice. I think I'm going to have to buy some more of this when I go to the store. I'm about out. And 3 quarts of white vinegar. There's vinegar over here, Bob. Okay? I've got my little quart jar. I'm gonna do out 3 quarts of this, and then we're gonna stick it on the stove. That was close. We almost didn't have enough. I just ran out. We had exactly 3 quarts of vinegar in here. Okay, so let's check our recipe again. And it says, mix vinegar, sugar, and pickling spice. Bring to a boil. Put cucumbers into the mixture. We kind of already left them in there, so we're going to see how that works. Cook 1 hour or until cucumbers change colors. So I've got an ALEXA in there, and I'm just going to set a timer on her. And it says pack pickles into sterilized pint jars to store. I'm not exactly sure how many we're going to need, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wash up probably about 7, because I think 7's what we did the other day, and the rest of them we may do another one. I don't know, but yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get this right here started, and in about an hour we're gonna pack our jars. Okay, so I've got to hurry and get this done because we'll work in the morning and all that mess. I'm not exactly sure I'm gonna do this right because, like I said, it's been probably 4 or 5 years since I've canned sweet pickles, because the last time I did it, I canned so many that we had like sweet pickles for ages. Okay, so come up with a new plan. We're gonna take tongs and we're gonna stuff them in there. So make sure you have tongs as well. And we're still packing them as tight as we can, so that way. Goodness, girl, that juice got a bone in it?
Yes. It's grape juice. No, wait, it has bone. No, I just made it.
It's got a bone in it.
I just made it. It shouldn't have.
So, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna stuff them like this, and as soon as we're we're gonna stuff them in with the tongs, and as soon as we get them all done, we're gonna pour the juice over the top, and hopefully they'll seal. So I'm gonna set you guys up a little bit different so you can see my jars, and yeah, we'll go from there. Well, once we get done filling the jars, we have to go again and pickle come out on that one, and rinse the top. So I'm gonna do this, and then we're gonna get the tops rinsed, or cleaned off rather. Okay, so we have all of the jars filled up. It actually, I only set out 7, but this thing ended up making 10 jars of pickles. So we're gonna get these rinsed off, and I hope I haven't killed enough time or killed too much time to where they won't seal, because they still feel pretty hot, but yeah, some of them may not seal. But the good thing about these pickles is that they are already cooked. So in the event that a jar does not seal, then put it in the refrigerator and you've got a great snack for tomorrow. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put our tops on, our seals. We're gonna put our seals on, and we're gonna screw our tops, and hopefully while I'm lying in the bed tonight, I've gotta get another seal. Hopefully we'll hear these things pop. And tomorrow we'll look and I'll show you guys the hopefully finished and sealed project. Okay, so out of the 10 jars that we put up last night, only 7 of them sealed, 3 didn't. So good thing is these things are ready to eat. We're gonna stick these in the refrigerator and we'll eat on those the next couple of days. I could probably stick them back in a water bath for a minute and get them to reseal. When it clicks like that, then that means that your jar didn't seal. So if you put anything up, whether you're canning pickles, beans, tomatoes, it doesn't matter. If you put anything up like that right there, it will go bad. Just know that it will go bad. These, there's no popping in them. You go to fill them, they're done. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go ahead, just so I can kind of keep up with when I did what, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna write the dates on them. So, well, just like, the month is 07, 2020, or 2021, not 2020 anymore, 2021. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna write that. Now, I'm gonna get my sponge and I'm gonna clean these, because last night when I did them, when I poured the stuff over, some of them, the brine kind of come out. Some of the pickles didn't go all the way in at first, and I had to pick them up and re-put them back in. So my jars got kind of sticky. So we're gonna wash those before we put them up, because you don't want to put a sticky jar up, because then it's gonna get your pantry dirty and everything else, and it's just, it ends ugly that way. So this right here is what they'll look like. Pretty pickles. And these are our sweet pickles, like I said, already cooked. Step by step. It takes a lot of sugar, it takes a lot of vinegar, and let me tell you, when you're living in a 700 square foot house, your house will smell like vinegar for probably about 2 days. We did this last night, and when I come home from work today, one of the first things I did when I walked in the house, I was like, oh, what's that smell? And then it hit me, it was vinegar. So, yeah, we're gonna wash these, we're gonna put them up, we're gonna put these 3 that didn't seal in the refrigerator, and we're gonna eat them up. So, that, guys, is how you make one of the best sweet pickles you will ever put in your mouth. Now, if you have diabetes or any kind of a sugar issue, I would not recommend making or eating these pickles because they are very, very sweet. But they are also very, very good. So, guys, that's all for this video. Marley, you got anything you want to say? You're just back there looking all... Okay, so she ain't gonna... You got anything you want to say?
I just want ice cream.
Okay, what do you want to say? You don't want to say anything.
Actually, I do need to say something. I want ice cream. I need ice cream.
Okay, that's all for this video. We love you guys. God bless you, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye. Okay, so one of the pickles that we set aside last night, we're going to let Marley try and tell us what it tastes like.
Very, very sweet.
Is it good? Is it done? It don't taste like a killer pickle? Or a kerosene pickle?
They're very good.
All right.